Hello everyone, Ishani here. Thank you very much for stopping by. And continuing with the happiness, if you've seen my previous post, I'm guest designing this week for Your Next Stamp, a Canada based stamp company. If you've not yet been to their website, I request you to check their cute stamps. I've been using their stamps for my last two projects, and if you've not checked my previous video, I'll link it up here. There is amazing inspiration by their designers on their blog. Do not miss to check that out too. Continuing with the card, I'm going to make a trifold card with a little twist. I'm using their Merry Christmas Chicky stamp set, which has adorable chicks that can be used for Christmas cards or some winter scenes. I'm going to use the chickies who are skiing. I'm going to stamp them a couple of times so that I have a lot of chicks skiing on the mountain slopes. Let's start stamping these chickies. Because I am going to do Copic coloring, I am taking Nina Sola White 80-pound paper and with Copic friendly ink, Memento Tuxedo Black, I'm stamping my chickies. Now I'm doing some Copic coloring. The numbers that I'm using are on the screen. For Copic coloring, I believe that you need to have a dark and a light shade, and that works well. I do not have all the numbers and I'm still building up my collection. So you will find that I'm not using the number system or the way the hex chart is used. I'm just using colors which are light, medium and darker. Likewise, I'll stamp more of these chicks and color them, and then I fussy cut them. I'm cutting them at the edge, and then I take a black marker and go around all the edges. For a little interest, I stamped these caps which were provided in the stamp set, and I color them and fussy cut them. Now that our critters were ready, let us get on to the card design. I start by taking a 12 by 12 sheet which I have cut it into half, so I have 12 by 6 cardstock. Now I am going to score it at 4 inches. With that, we'll have 2 score lines which will divide the card into 3 parts of 4 inches each. For the card design, I want to show that snow is falling on the snowy mountains, for which I take navy blue cardstock, which will give a backdrop to my snowy mountain. I take a 4-inch wide navy cardstock and also a 4-inch wide white cardstock, which I die cut with the snowy mountain edges die by YNS stamp. And now is the time to give our card a little more interest. The skiing cannot be done on flat surfaces, we need slopes for it. So let's make the 2 sides are slopes. I'm using stitched hillside border dies, and on both the panels I'm attaching these with washi tape, and then I die cut these. This is how it looks when you die cut it. Now the panel which is overhanging, I just trim it off. And now here we have two sloping hillsides of a mountains. Let's arrange these and see if everything falls into place. For building the scene, I realized that the navy blue cardstock was making the card a little bulkier, so I thought I would just use a narrow strip of navy blue cardstock. I take the navy cardstock and sprinkle some white acrylic paint which I have diluted with water to give it a look of snow falling from the sky. The YNS stamped snowy mountain edge die set also has these snow tips which I have die cut with the same white cardstock, and now I glue it. These snowy tips give such a lovely look to the mountains. For a little more depth, I use a grey marker N2 just below the snowy tips. And now we assemble. I adhere my navy blue panel first. And then I adhere my snowy mountains. I'm going to use the sentiment Hey Chickie and stamp inside my card. Now let's see how will we place our chickies. If this chickie is skiing, there's surely going to be some snow spraying around, for which I take light blue watercolor and sprinkle some. I'm going to do the same for the other places where I'm going to place my chickies. Now that the snow spray were ready, I'm going to stick my chickies and their caps flying off on the snow slopes. This trifold card needs to have a band, for which I take a strip of paper, cut it to the desired length and glue it. I have a chickie that I made and I'll put it on the place where I have joined the paper. And with the little pink blush with all the skiing, here are my chickies rolling down the mountain slopes. I think these chicks are adorable and they look lovely on the mountain slopes. I hope you're inspired to do something similar. Try a trifold card perhaps. All the supplies used are linked down in the description box below, and also I'm linking to the YNS stamp blog and the website. Do not forget to check them out. I also need to thank you all for all the love and encouragement. It means so much to me. If you are new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you're notified of all the new upcoming videos. Thank you very much and happy crafting. Bye bye.